What's happening, weirdos? Welcome to the show. This is Chloe Radcliffe, who is amazing and hilarious and a delight. She was a staff writer on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Both Variety and Deadline named her a comedian you should and will know. And I'm so glad you are here to listen to our conversation. It is wonderful. She is wonderful. I'm so glad that you decided to join us today. Not too much to plug up top. I got some tour dates, but first I'm going to talk about my kid's book. I'm holding it right here if you're on the video. This is Spells to Cast on Your Parents. Look at that sheen, though. Look at that shine. Spells to Cast on Your Parents is a book that empowers your kid to cast spells on you as you read them a book. That's pretty much all you need to know. It's protected by a little dragon. That's all you need to know. Don't you want to read it? Don't you want to read it to a kid or a loved one? Get into it. Go to wherever you get your podcasts and listen to a podcast while you buy that book on pre-order. And I am also on the road. Thank you to everybody that came out to Dallas. Those shows were so amazing. And my next tour dates are Largo here in Los Angeles. I'm going to Aspen. I'm going to Denver. My website's new. Oh, that's cool. North Carolina, South Carolina, Sacramento, Vancouver, San Luis Obispo. St. Louis Obispo. I just say St. Louis Obispo. Madison, Wisconsin, Seattle, Portland, and San Diego are all available on PeteHolmes.com. Hope to see you out there. And I think that's it. Do I plug anything else? Oh, yeah, my special. My special is on YouTube. It's called Silly Silly Fun Boy. It's free. Check it out. Just type in Pete Holmes on YouTube. It'll probably be the first thing that comes up. So many people are watching it. It makes me so happy. I'm so proud of it. Hope you like it. Silly Silly Fun Boy on YouTube. On YouTube. In the meantime, enjoy the wonderful Chloe Radcliffe. So glad you're here. Get into it.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
I can't stop scratching my downtown. Yeah, but I'm not itching to go downtown and tell a receptionist I'm here to talk about my downtown. Some things you'd rather type than say out loud.
There's no question too embarrassing for Amazon Health AI. Chat your symptoms and get virtual care 24/7. Healthcare just got less painful.
You're so welcome, Chloe. Thank you for doing the show.
I didn't say thank you, Pete. No, thank you for having me.
Wait, what do you mean?
Thank you. You said you're so welcome.
You know, in Africa, sorry to start political.
No, let's hear this.
In Africa, because I went to Africa when I was 17 to build a house and tell them about the Lord. But they already knew about the Lord.
Such a good Christian boy.
They knew, they were well-versed in the Lord.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of, because it was a mission trip.
But they were like, can you make the house a little higher?
Totally. We got it. He was a carpenter. Wow. This beam needs to be exposed. They were way ahead on the exposed beam trend.
Yeah.
But they say you're welcome when you walk in a room. And that's like one of the first things they let us know. They were like, just so you know, everyone's going to be saying you're welcome.
Cool.
And it's going to be really weird.
Cool.
But they mean it in the literal way. Like
you are welcome.
That's
here.
how I meant it to you.
That's very cool.
You
That's
are
very,
welcome.
very cool.
So, Uganda in the house. Uganda, keep doing that?
Uganda.
Am I going to keep doing it? Uganda. Yeah. People say, see, Kampala is the capital of Uganda. There's a way to be like, get Kampala in the mix. Kampala? Uganda.
Yeah. Did you vote for Kampala? I would have voted for Kampala. Three. What the fuck is it called? I called it episodes.
Kamala's going to Kampala. Wow. Say what? What'd you say?
I called elections episodes. That's how I'm too Hollywood brained.
What season are we on? Trump's second season?
Yeah. You know, the nice thing about the Brits is that they cut things off after 2 seasons and they just let it die. And we're like, how can we get 30 seasons out of this?
The King people have short TV seasons. The long TV seasons people have short, have tons and tons of seasons of TV.
Tons and tons of.
So if we have, when people are saying no kings, they mean like shorter seasons of shows? That's how out of touch I am? That's what it means, right?
Look, I support the No Kings protest, and I also support letting a TV show only have 1 season and being done.
I think you have to pick one of those. Damn it. Just kidding. This is a real feet to the fire podcast.
I was at, I have no idea if I I want to tell you this, and then I'm like, we were like embargoed from talking about this while I was involved, and so now I'm like, I don't know if there's a way for me to say it and keep it anonymous.
Embargoed.
Can I say it? And if we need to cut it, okay. I wrote at the Tonight Show. I worked
During
there
Boozegate?
for all of 2020. Booze was happening, but it wasn't Boozegate. It was Blackface.
Is that what we call it? Boozegate? Chris Rock
This
face?
definitely has to be cut. This is
Why?
I'm like,
Oh,
really?
Boozegate?
Well, Boozegate, I don't know. I don't know what Boozegate like.
People know about Boozegate. That was in the Times.
I didn't know that it was a one.
Maybe it's uncaring to call it Boozegate because people have addictions.
God, I'm really like.
But this is great. We're like alive.
Oh no!
Didn't we just go from like
I know,
doing a podcast and now there's
I
like
know.
electricity?
Pete, oh no!
Jim Gaffigan has a great joke where he goes, alcoholism is the only disease you can get mad at someone for having.
Yeah.
And that's such a perfect line.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk back. Maybe we keep it. That I called it Boozegate.
Okay.
You worked there when that story about Jimmy maybe.
I worked there for all of 2020.
Coconut.
No,
No?
that story was not. That was
Okay.
not my defining.
Okay.
Experience.
What was your defining? Oh, Chris Rock face.
Chris Rock, and then the next day George Floyd got killed. And
Wait, what?
Summer 2020.
Because George Floyd was not murdered when that Chris Rock sketch
no,
came out.
but Jimmy's story broke
What story broke?
about the Chris or the
The internet
it wasn't a story.
became interested
The internet got
again.
mad at Jimmy the
For Chris
Saturday
Rock
before
face.
George Floyd got murdered.
Okay.
And so that week after was this it was an insane week.
Yeah.
And I've really backed myself into a corner on this story. Okay. So the whole,
I will say, all kidding aside, we'll take out anything you want.
Great. God
It's
bless.
your
Thank you. Okay.
There's
so-
no clip it.
We'll see.
But
Okay.
I also say, as someone who sometimes says things that I don't know if I can say,
Yes.
it is very interesting all of a sudden.
Yes, of course.
Not that you're not even beholden to be interesting, but I do like this. It's very interesting.
Okay, so I'm going to tell the story.
Alive.
Okay, so the week after. The week after, that first week after George Floyd is killed, it's insane. The whole where people are scrambling, like, how do we handle a comedy show?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Very stressful. Did as best as we could. We are all going out to protests, every night, every weekend, whatever. And a couple weeks in, it felt like a long time, but in retrospect, I think it wasn't very long after George Floyd was killed. We were all sort of like, I wonder if Jimmy's going to go to a protest or not. And as far as I know, he had not gone at that point. And then we got an email or chatter went around or something where it was like, Jimmy's going to go to a protest. He's going to go to this Saturday's, noon in Union Square or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Please do not talk about this publicly. And I frankly, yeah.
Are we masked up at this point?
Masks. We knew that you didn't have to be masked outside. I think at this point we knew.
Okay.
I
Wait,
think
that's real? I'm still waiting for the definitive COVID documentary.
whether or not you can.
You know what I mean?
Where
well,
you
that
have
was
to
the
wear-
thing. I think you're younger than me, so I think you guys believed that you could go outside without a mask.
Oh, funny.
I don't think my generation ever got that update. We were
Really?
like, no, that's stupid.
That's crazy. That's so funny.
Why? If somebody has COVID and they're spitting at you.
It's basically that you're reducing the chances.
I see. That we
to
agree on.
such a low amount
that it's worth
taking the mask
right
off.
also okay, you see why I break that up
100%.
into groups. I'm like, you guys are young, you're dating, you're going out, you're having fun, we're inside anyway.
Summer of 2020 was the first time I ever did 5 spots in a night.
Wait, why?
Because the park shows in New York were so alive.
Wow.
And everybody was running something on a roof or in a backyard or in a park. And it would be literally meet under the big tree in Sheep Meadow in Central Park for a show.
Way.
It was so, and then you would stand under this giant tree and you felt, for the first couple months.
I'm getting the leaf. I gotta go. It's stupid.
It is
Don't
shit like that.
laugh. It's stupid.
And I'm yelling
I'm getting the bird. No, that was worse. It was worse than leaf. I'm getting the leaf.
You're
better.
running the blade of grass.
Sorry, I'm running the grass right now, guys. Is that a cricket playing me off like the Oscars? I'm sorry, I gotta go.
And I'm there yelling cum jokes.
Yeah.
While parents, because there were for the first few months we didn't even have karaoke mics. Then people started to bring karaoke mics and little PA systems.
Wait, you were just yelling
But for
them?
the first couple months, you're just standing
were
like
just-
a revivalist preacher under a tree, and people are sitting in the grass, attentive,
Yes.
so happy to be there, so happy to just be doing anything.
Yeah.
And I am like yelling about like,
Yeah.
anyway, so he's coming on my face.
He came on my face.
And there's a parent. What's wrong with your dick?
A kid on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Parents pushing little prams, right? You know, going,
happens.
what's this fun group? What's this fun
What
activity?
are you all about? What church are you? No. She tries to bat the sound of you saying that.
You don't want this.
Yes.
So yes. Anyway, yeah, we were
You're
all
yelling the
outside all
jokes.
the time.
Oh, sorry. No, I derailed your Fallon story, but it is interesting. What an interesting time in New York. Because I when I was in New York, we would do roof shows. They were okay. So now we're getting karaoke. That's what you were saying. We got karaoke mics, and you did 5 sets a night, and there was a gratitude and an urgency.
Oh, and the audiences were so happy to be there. Like you could kill. Also, like those first few months where nobody had mics. I come from a live theater background, and so I am very good at projecting. And I would half the shows I was destroying because no
You were
one
the
else
only
could
one.
project. I
You
was
were
the only one who anybody
you got
could
a stage
hear.
whisper. What are you going to do? It's true.
And people could follow every word.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you're in a room, sometimes you're in a room where it's so echoey, even inside, even at a normal show, where the audio is so echoey, and that
Yeah.
there are some people, like you just can watch another comic perform and be like, oh, they are not thinking about
Yes.
how their voice is being amplified,
Yes.
and they're not realizing how garbled they sound.
Yes. Which is part of your job.
Yeah, it's part
How
of your
does
job.
it sound?
Totally.
Yeah.
You have to be you're a technician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I never thought I was a monitor comedian, but I need a monitor or I'll yell too much.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
I can't hear myself.
Yeah.
And then my opener will be like, everyone could hear you.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Yeah. I sometimes will ask, can you guys hear me? And I just have learned, like if I see a big swath of people be like, yep, you're fine. Like not
Okay,
react
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
I just have to be like, you have to
Trust.
turn that off in your
Yeah,
brain.
trust. I love the shows where you sound booming though, where you really feel
yeah.
like you're like, I could just be like this and you'll like,
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
Yeah.
Godlike.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
why do we think we do stand-up comedy?
Yeah, exactly. I listened to a set of yours where you open with like, please clap. Why do you think I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just own it.
Yeah.
I just want you to be like, that was a godlike performance, and then clap.
I need to feel significant.
Yes, please help me.
Yeah.
Please help me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy James
So he
Fallon.
goes to this protest. We're told to not talk about it. Here I am. I'm hoping that 6
Why do they
years is
want
the
not
statute of
talking about it?
limitations.
Yeah.
I
They wanted it to be organic because he's going to
No.
get people are going to
people
take
did
pictures.
not really. It like didn't come up on socials.
What?
Or at least it didn't. If it did, it didn't break. We were told, do not post about it. Do not talk about it. This cannot be on your socials. It's not going to be on Jimmy's socials. I think that it is that he is so he values the most people liking him the most, and that means that anything like he is most center of he is most middle of the road.
Right.
What
Right.
politically?
I know it. Yep.
As late night hosts go.
Yep. Did it hurt his feelings? Were you there when he tousled Trump's hair?
I was not there.
That must have hurt his. That must have bothered him.
Oh, I'm sure that.
Yeah,
I think that.
Yeah.
I think there was like a period of time. The year and a half going from on the top to not on the top must
Yeah.
have been.
Oh, did that? I don't
insane.
follow that stuff.
That was like in there.
That was in the.
Yeah. I think
in
there
the
was.
mix?
I think there was a series of like very difficult things that happened right in a row.
I see.
And yeah, I
But
do
like
not.
to frame it positively, what Jimmy is, and I don't know him. I like him. I'm just saying, like he's trying to be cheese pizza, and cheese pizza
Yes.
is my favorite pizza.
Yes.
And that's not saying bland or boring, but he's the thing.
Yes.
You could have a room full of hungry, every side of every political spectrum. You order 50 cheese pizzas, everyone's
And
in
the
line.
only people who don't like it are the vegans.
That's right. And he's not about that.
And he's fine.
He
He's
doesn't
sort of-
care.
the one group
The
that he is
one
fine
group.
with losing is the vegans.
It's like, hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Fuck you, vegans.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Everybody else, please like me.
Did he have a group? You got to have one group. You
That
know what I
didn't
mean?
like him?
That you could playfully, to give the late night host full expression, there needs to be
feel
somebody
like-
that he can be like, and fuck, like Kimmel with Matt Damon. You need to have something.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Although Kimmel's got a lot. Kimmel, that was a bad example.
Has some like earnestly held.
Kimmel is
resentments.
like, welcome to the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Yeah.
You will see how I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
And others are like, we have pizza.
Yeah.
And pizza's great. I said it like Mike Birbiglia.
yeah.
Pizza.
We have pizza.
I think he hangs out with Jimmy. He's like, me and Fallon, we're on a boat. And I'm
This
eating
is a good
slice of-
Birbiglia.
It is. It's very good. If you
Has
know him.
Birbiglia heard you?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Endlessly.
Yeah.
I'm eating the pizza. Boat speeds up. Cheese hits his wife in the face.
Really good Birbiglia. I'm not riffing. I'm just sort of watching a little show here.
I think I was the only one to pick up on how he's trying not to wake you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's like,
yeah.
and what happened?
Yeah.
You know, but
He's trying
there's-
not to wake the person in the seat next to him.
Yeah. He's one of my favorites. People are like,
let
don't
him
be.
sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you rest.
Yeah.
But yes. Okay. So Birbiglia aside, he's in hot water. He goes to the protest.
Yes, he goes to the protest, and the hot water had died down a little bit. This was probably a month later.
Right.
But it just is still this incredibly tense time. And we're at the protest, and I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world to have Jimmy be at this protest. I think he basically was like, everybody likes cheese pizza, but some people, there's a party that is very pro pepperoni, and there's a party that is very pro pineapple.
Yeah.
And those two parties hate each other.
Right.
Maybe it's a party that's pro anchovies and a party that's pro pineapple, right?
Okay.
On the
Yes,
pizza.
yes.
And those two parties hate each other. And that this was a protest that the anchovies party would not like.
Right. I'm tracking.
And so.
And he's trying to be like.
And he's trying to say,
I'm
I'm cheese,
a-
I'm
I'm a-
cheese, I'm cheese, I'm cheese, I'm cheese.
But I'm
pizza.
cheese, but maybe one slice has a little pineapple on it.
Yes.
Or actually, more accurately, I am a cheese pizza, but I'm next to the pineapple pizza.
Yes.
Just for today.
Yes. And I'm not. And look, you know what? You
Or
can
maybe
get two
not just
slices.
for today. Yeah.
Grab a slice of the pineapple and put it on the plate with me.
And you're taking 2 slices of cheese, and Jimmy's there, and he touches you and goes, "Try the pineapple."
Yeah.
Or don't.
Yeah. What's funny, and I want to say for the record, Jimmy Fallon is one of the most talented, funny,
No, I agree.
capable people I have ever been in a room with. And I don't mean capable like that's the lowest. I mean like
No, fiercely hilarious.
so fast, so funny, knows every reference. Like
No,
you spend 10 seconds in a room with him and you're like, oh, I get it all.
No, I
and
know-
like
exactly.
also, does he have demons? Yeah, absolutely, clearly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't we all?
Yeah.
But and a life that he's lived, like it makes sense that you would have more demons.
Yes.
But this is not.
No, I think Katie can confirm. This has been a very even,
Great.
and fair, with even like
Representation.
doing above and beyond, saying we love, it's all good.
Yes.
And
yes. Okay. So we're at this protest. This story came from a riff that we had 20 minutes ago that now I'm like, what the fuck was that riff? And I'm just going to finish the story and hope that you remember what the
riff?
thing was that made me say this. It was something about talking. Whatever. I'm just going to tell the story. Anyway, we're at this protest. I was still like fairly early. I was still probably 5 months into the job, 6 months into the job. And so I'm like still trying to like get FaceTime with the big boss, you know? And we had chatted and we had talked a little bit and we're all sort of marching and we're chanting. And then somehow Jimmy and I wound up in a riff at this protest about taking somebody's microphone and just using the microphone for our own benefit. And the one version of the riff that I remember was us talking about walking backwards through the crowd with the megaphone and leading people in a chant that went, I lost my earring, it's little, and silver, can you see it, and like just going on
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And we were having so much fun imagining this, and I felt very conflicted because I was like, I don't think that Jimmy feels like, oh, these people who are protesting against the like evils of what our country has done. I don't think he really felt the pressure of those people, but I felt the pressure of those people who I don't know.
Yeah.
People who don't know me.
the pressure to not do this bit, you mean?
The pressure to not do this bit, the pressure to like be serious at the protest, you know? It's
sure.
like
Yeah.
a man was brutally murdered and
Yeah.
as a representation of so many people who have been brutally murdered.
Yes.
And here are me and Jimmy Fallon doing
Have
a
you?
bit about how I lost my earring.
I'll also say it can sometimes, I don't know, it's hard to know the tone of the moment.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do need to like, I was at those protests and sometimes there would be a moment where people are just, it's so heavy, like a funeral.
Yeah.
It's like being at a funeral,
Yeah.
and sometimes a bit comes out,
Yeah.
and everybody, it depends. You read the room.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
read the march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the story, which
That
is like
was
a
it.
fairly harmless story.
It was harmless.
But the reason that I'm so scared is that they were like, "You do not fucking talk about Jimmy being at this protest."
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's like, again, I don't mean it to put anybody down, but like brand management.
of course, of course.
Corporations do the same thing. Like, and let's take Fallon and just give him a loving pat, and we'll put him aside.
Sure.
Pat. It's condescending.
Hey, good job.
Good job, Jim.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I bet he would love a loving pat and somebody saying, "Good job."
Good job. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Who amongst us
Yeah,
wouldn't?
yeah.
I remember those early shows. He grew into it. Who cares? Now it sounds pandering. But you know when like it says like you'll be in, I don't know, Provincetown, and you'll see a billboard that says like Xerox, fuck who you want.
Yeah. Xerox, put it in the right hole or the wrong one.
They try,
Yeah.
but they can't. Hey, we just make copies. You copulate? You copulate, we'll copy. Yeah, there you go. But like, whenever I see a corporation, any corporation saying we're with this, we're not, or whatever, you know, like we stand with this, they have the numbers. They know their market.
Yeah.
This is a measured decision. There is no person Delta. There is no person Doritos. So it even extends to like non-political things. It's like when they're like the official drink of the Rams. And I'm always like, when I'm touring around, it'll say like Bud Light, the official drink of the Cincinnati Reds. Then I'm like, okay, let's say the Cincinnati Reds, their rivals is the Chicago Blue Jays. I don't know.
I think I'm watching you just pull
I'm having a
teams out of
panic.
the thin
I don't
air.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know
The
what's
problem is that
happening.
I would help you if I
But
could,
you
but I
can't.
can't.
The
You're-
White Sox and the
yeah.
Reds, are they in the
think-
same league? Sometimes you're in baseball and then somebody goes, that's the American League. And you're like, fuck, man, you had to make it one click harder. All I'm saying is the rival of the team that's the official beverage, Budweiser, is in their city, and it says the official beverage of the Chicago White Sox is Bud Light. Don't you see? Like, it's meaningless.
I'm a little lost
Let
in the
me
baseball,
make
but
it-
are you saying the brand is everybody's official drink?
Yes. And they'll lie to whoever they're
Yes.
talking to.
Yes.
And they'll say, you know, we're the official drink of the Chicago Cubs.
Yes.
And the Cubs fans are like getting Bud Lights, like, this is the drink.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, their rivals are doing the same. It's the same beer.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is these corporations aren't real. They're
lie.
not people.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not a new take. It's just, it's real.
Yeah, they are making what they think is the most optimized.
Yes. It's Mad Men when Pete Campbell says, we've noticed, and he uses the soft N-word for black people, that black people love Zenith televisions, and we should lean into this. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like Sprite didn't make a play for the black community. Sprite noticed that the black community liked Sprite.
Yes.
And then they were like, hey, Kid and Play, get in here. You're too young to know what that one is.
Don't know what that one is.
I could do the whole thing.
Let's hear it.
Hey, Chris, what up, low? What's that in your hand? It's the S to the PRITE can. Understand the cross, Chris. Dig the crazy crunchiness of unexpectedness that you should never miss. So what's your name? Daddy, MAC. And what's your drink? SPRITE. Why? Because it's a lifesaver when you need a thirst quencher like a kiss with a lemon twist. Now you know that's kicking word. So drink up is what you got to do. Why? Because I like the Sprite in you.
Jesus fucking
That's not
Christ.
the clip. That's not the clip.
That's...
You don't know any commercial raps?
Nope.
I'm the Messer Rapper, and I'm here to say I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way. It's the bedrock yellow, orange, purple, lime, and red, but to get the fruity taste, I gotta trick Fred. Trick Fred? Barney! I'm old.
Wow. Ta-da. Wow.
Yeah. No raps in your youth?
And
How old are you?
how old I'm very young. I'm so young.
Okay.
I'm so young.
Showbiz.
And when did you get your first telephone? Did you used to use a telegram? A telegraph? I can't even. Telegram is an
I'd take
app.
the trolley down to the telegraph station and I'd say, tell Nana, stop. Hello, Nana, stop. I love you, full stop. That's what I would do.
That's good.
No, I got a phone in like 2000. I was like a junior, senior
2000?
in college. Yeah.
You got a cell phone? No, you
Yeah.
got your own phone line, telephone line.
A cell phone.
You got a cell phone?
Yeah.
2000?
Yeah,
They had
2000.
cell phones in 2000?
Yeah, Nokia. Snake, anybody? See, you don't know any of this.
I know the Nokia. I know the big Nokia brick, and that's it. I mean, like it's like that big brick telephone. Phone.
Well, yeah, this was a really cheap, flimsy, like people, well, I don't know. People might not know that when Apple came along, they were like, what if someone did a good phone? Like that was like really revolutionary.
Yeah.
Because they were cheap, plastic. They had these removable frames. Like to make it red, you took this thing
I sort
off.
of remember that.
That was mall kiosk stuff.
I sort of remember that.
You could express yourself like that. That was
Yes.
wallpaper. Was like literal,
Yes.
like sweatshop made just piece of
Yes,
shit.
I sort of remember that.
And there was one game on the phone, and it was called
was called
Snake.
Snake.
And people would play Snake and feel really cool. But this is so 2000. I had carpenter jeans,
Uh-huh.
and they had this pocket here, and it was exactly the size of a Nokia,
Nice.
whatever. And I remember my ring. It went bum bum. It was called Jump. Look,
This is.
what was your?
I feel like I've accessed.
Yeah, a whole
so
thing I've
far
never
of your
talked about.
brain.
You just went into a room. I was like, I haven't been in here in ages.
And you just keep opening drawers and new melodies.
I'm the
play out
master
of it.
rapper, and I'm here to say, like, Fruity Pebbles raps, Sprite raps.
This is incredible.
I also like that I did them in a way that has the mistakes. Like, I don't know the bedrock, yellow, orange, purple, lime, and red. It wouldn't be yellow, orange, purple, lime, and red. It would be green and red.
Oh.
But I said it wrong my whole life. So
Do you think that that's not? You think that it could be?
do you want to
You don't think that? No, not really.
live in the mystery?
Honestly, I'm
Live
fine
in the
not
mystery.
knowing.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it has millions of views. That's
Yeah,
a classic.
absolutely. I'm sure it was one of the earliest YouTube videos. Basically, I
Yeah.
wish that I got on YouTube early because you get so much benefit from.
Being one of the first?
Yeah.
Well, that's the same with Netflix specials.
Yeah,
Like the,
yeah,
the
yeah,
people
yeah,
that had the first 5 Netflix
course.
specials, it would be funny to have a hot take and be like, are these really the best? I'm just kidding, though. They're all my friends. I love them all. I'm just saying there is a benefit to being first to market.
I think that like this is not a statement on their. This is not a value judgment on their comedy, but they undeniably got a disproportionate career boost.
For sure. I think they would say that.
Yeah.
Because I remember when people were doing Netflix specials at the beginning, we were like, Netflix specials?
Yeah.
Like we thought it was stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you see Tom Segura's face on the homepage.
Yeah.
Where it used to be fucking, I don't know.
Tom,
can't think
Tom
of-
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're here
Different
to
Tom.
help. They always wanted to be a Tom. They have the numbers.
Yeah. They've got Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Tom Segura. That's it.
If we
Those
were
are the only-
stoned, would be blowing our minds. Tom Arnold.
Okay.
How? No, that's mean. I was going to say, would you sleep with Tom Arnold? But that's not the kind of show it is.
I don't
Do you know who it is?
know who Tom Arnold is.
Great. Then you guys are doing it.
I'm going to say I have notoriously bad taste in men, so.
Okay. No, Tom Arnold isn't a bad taste in man. He
Oh,
was
okay.
married to
Then probably no.
Roseanne.
Then not.
No? Oh, yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'm
Oh,
looking,
what
I'm
is-
looking for some weirdos.
What's your problem? What's your issue?
That's going to be the.
Welcome to What's Your Problem?
What's your problem?
What's your problem?
That is actually exactly the kind of podcast. Like, I think if I ever had a podcast, it would
Call
be
it What's
a-
Your Problem? This is
yeah.
where you figured it out.
Yeah. What's your problem?
Well, that's what Blocks is. Neil
Yeah.
Brennan was like, what are your
yeah.
blocks?
Yeah.
But I think if you called it What's Your Problem?
It is.
A friend of mine just started a podcast called I Love You But, and I looked it up. I was looking for it, and there were like 5 podcasts called I Love You But. His is the best. Check it out, Darren McGee. But you don't even have to have a new name anymore.
Yeah.
It's like books, too. Sometimes people put The Subtle
right back
Art of
around.
Not Giving a Fuck. There was already a book called
No.
I'm pretty sure, Katie, can you? I don't want to, Mark Manson. Is it Manson? You don't know anybody. You have terrible taste in men.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm pretty sure Manson.
Are you trying to say Joe Rogan?
Joe
Is that
Rogan.
What you're trying to say?
Joe Rogan wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Creatine.
Yeah, there is a book. Mark Manson.
And can you say, was there a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck before?
There no
Mark
way
Manson.
was there a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck
telling
before
you,
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
I was in a bookshop and I saw it.
And you don't think
This
it was
is
just you don't think it was just a second run of the cover?
That's really funny. What's that?
I'm only seeing the one.
Okay.
So you got
I'm gonna
tricked.
walk it back.
You got
Yeah, I got
tricked by a reprint
It's like
of
when
the
you're in the subway in New York and they were selling like unofficial prints. And I was like,
yeah,
there's a new
yeah,
one.
yeah.
What
a
it
guy,
was
a guy comes up in a trench coat, goes, "You wanna buy a subtle art of not giving a fuck?"
And there's watches.
There's watches,
Those are simple
but there's also
days.
self-help books.
And you're like, I should read it. He does, and he stops doing
You want to
that.
buy 47 Laws of Power? Why not? I thought it was 48. Well, it's the knockoff. So we had to take one of the laws of power out.
One fewer law of power.
Yeah.
Robert
That's why
Greene.
I'm stuck here doing this. I need that last one.
That was one of my earliest bits. I saw a flyer. I saw a guy putting up flyers that said work from home. And I was like, apparently not. It's such a Seinfeld kind of joke.
It's great.
But what it was the art of not giving a fuck or something like that. He added the word subtle, or it was like the art of not giving a damn or something. But I was like, my point is, you can have a name that's very similar to another book and it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yes.
Also specials.
Yes.
I'm calling my new special Donald Glover live in concert. I'm just kidding.
That
Can you imagine?
is a title that somebody's already had for a comedy special. There's actually already a stand-up special called
Really?
No.
Damn it. I wanted it. Yeah, Lionel Richie live in concert would be good too.
Yeah, really
Okay,
good.
so what's your problem?
What my problem in life?
Well, you don't no partner.
What my bad taste? No. I'm in a wonderful relationship with a wonderful
you are?
man who I love very much, who is perfect and amazing.
Boring.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Is he a comedian?
he is a comedian. He's a comedian and a director. He directed. This is not my boyfriend. Do you know James Acaster?
Your boyfriend?
I am not dating James.
James Acaster?
Do you know who James?
Your
Acaster
boyfriend?
is?
James
my
Acaster.
my boyfriend's friend.
Okay.
James Acaster. My boyfriend.
Why do I know James Acaster?
He's a British stand-up, big, very, very.
Oh
funny,
yeah.
like,
James
generational
Acaster.
talent.
Yeah. He puts out like 9 albums. Like
he did
9
four
specials.
four
Yeah.
Netflix
and he's
specials
brilliant
at a time. Yeah, he's
We've
brilliant.
tried to get him on. We get a fierce. No, thank you. Not from him, from his team.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you'd like James, would you? Pass.
Yeah.
Pass. You know how British can be very nice, but also very direct.
Oh, they're so
Pass.
They're so
Oh,
passive
that's
aggressive.
cute.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cute. That's nice. Yeah.
thank you
Oh,
so
you'd like
much.
to have James on your show. You'd like to use his celebrity to boost your show. That's cute. Yeah, it's a pass. I'm on the tube. Bye. I'm on the tube. I'm
And
gonna
it's all
lose
in a
you.
WhatsApp voice note, unfortunately.
Of course. Brutal.
Yeah.
So James, if your team isn't telling you the offer,
Yeah.
it's there.
It's there. It's on the
But
table.
I thought for some reason he was a director because you said director. So I was thinking James Acaster, director, nothing came up. But James
Stewart.
Acaster, comedian.
directed Acaster's HBO special. Directed and produced.
Oh, nice.
Acaster's
Okay.
HBO.
Stewart.
Stewart.
But what was your issue before you found Stewart? That sounded interesting.
I have cheated in almost every relationship I've ever been in, and I have a solo show about it.
scoundrel.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
scoundrel.
Little
a scoundrel.
scallywag.
I'm sorry
a
to
little
keep-
hussy.
I can't stop. That's what my mom would
Little
call you, a
floozy.
floozy.
Yeah.
My mom would call you a floozy.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
I don't want
That
to
was my
spoil
problem.
your one person show.
Yeah. Everybody
But
should
do you
see it.
have a? Yeah, everybody should see it. But what is it called?
Cheat.
Perfect.
There's no
Is it on,
subtlety.
it's on YouTube or something?
It's not on YouTube. No. So at this point, I'm still doing one-offs of it in
you
New York and
perform
LA.
it, so go see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people should
so
come
go
see
see
it live.
Cheat. Without spoiling the end of Cheat, I'm interested in what you think it is because it's a very specific compulsion to be like.
Yes.
To kind of, is it to blow something up before it gets too serious? Is it?
No, a lot of times it was that something was dragging on for a very long time and I was not pulling the trigger.
To break up.
Yes, to break up.
I think this is a big swath of
Yes.
the floozy behavior.
Yes.
It's like we both know this is over.
Many floozies have engaged in this same
Many
strategy.
floozies love this. Instead of an apology or a breakup coming out of the mouth, okay.
Yes.
The penis goes. So you don't have to say that.
It's
awful. That was an awful riff. But you do something pleasant,
yes.
and then it blows it up.
Well, you know, it's funny. I only ever got caught once. I only ever got found out once. And
Wait,
I
these-
cheated a lot. Like a lot.
When were you doing it? You're in a relationship. To me,
Yeah.
that means you're watching TV at night with this person.
Yeah.
Are you living with these people you're cheating on?
There was, for the most part, no. There was only one time.
Okay, so
only one time where I was.
Now
living
you're
with
just Jack the Ripper. You're just a person that goes out and kills people. Who cares?
Yeah,
But if
exactly.
Jack the Ripper had a roommate, that's impressive.
Yeah. A
You have to
roommate
hide
who
it.
he was supposed to be killing.
Yeah. I'm only supposed to
exclusively.
stab you, but I keep going out and stabbing all
Yeah,
these
yeah,
strangers. Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
That's actually I talk about all the time that we have more empathy on screen for, because I would like to develop this into a TV show. Cheat. And we have more empathy on screen for serial killers than we do for people who cheat. We
don't like people who cheat.
We are so much more like.
Can we say women who cheat?
Yeah, we hate women who cheat.
Tony Soprano, we love.
Yep. Mad Men guy.
Don Draper,
Yep.
we love. But Mad Men guy, how dare you? John Hamm
Was that one, the guy who sold the butter?
The butter? Did he do a campaign for butter?
I've never. No. In Mad Men, isn't that the famous? I'm gonna say never seen 30 Seconds of Mad Men, but I'm
just kidding.
Part of why I don't know any of these raps is also that I have.
You're out there cheating.
I'm busy. I'm getting my dick wet. Okay, I'm over there. I got stuff to do. I got people to do. I got
people to
see.
double cross.
I
can't be watching Mad Men.
Yeah, I got
I'll tell you,
relationships
if
to
you've
implode.
seen every episode of Mad Men, you're not cheating on your partner.
Yeah,
you're why you're not
busy.
cheating. You're busy. I got to grind down this show. You were out there swashbuckling. You're swinging on a rope.
Yeah.
Having sex.
Yeah.
Tell me what you were about to say. Oh no, I didn't think I was.
No, hold on. Not about the butter. No. My brain is like, you know.
Hard to go back.
Not about the butter.
Hard to go back.
Not about the. Never got found out. Is that what I was talking about?
Maybe. Oh yeah, you never got caught except once.
It just was basically I was using it as like, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Look at this. It's got to be done. As a like clear signal to myself that the relationship.
This is how real you are about ending it. Like you're going to move on before it's over.
Right.
Yes.
And that
to make a commitment. It's called throwing your hat over the wall.
Yes.
You have to go over the wall if you threw your hat over the wall.
Yes.
So you cheat and you're like, I'm not going to live with this guilt and this.
Now the problem
right?
is that I oftentimes did. Like sometimes I would cheat and then still stay with the person for another year or two. So it's not always.
This is so.
It's
There's
not
no.
great.
There's a
It's not
judgment.
good.
No.
For the record, like cheating
I'm
is always
so
bad. It always hurts somebody.
Excited.
A healthy relationship does not condone cheating, or like a healthy relationship does not involve cheating, and my show does not condone cheating. I think cheating is bad.
Right.
Also,
that being said,
it happens all the fucking time, and nobody's willing to say that they do it.
Yeah.
And when we talk about people who cheat, it's usually that they've cheated once. Right? Like Chris Rock talked about it in Tambourine and everybody's like, the cheating special. And I watched it being like, oh my God, he's going to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. And it was truly like 45 seconds in the middle of it.
And then it turns out it was Jimmy Fallon in blackface.
Yeah. And that's why he wouldn't talk about it. That's why he was like, I can't.
Because he wanted people to like him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 20-minute callback.
Yeah.
Okay. You never got caught except once. What happened that time? Well, you don't have to do your whole show.
It's in the show.
So go see the show.
Go see
but I am. Am I understanding you that you're like, if I. No, it wasn't always to end the relationship.
The problem is that, and what I set out to do in developing the show is, the problem is, what we want as creatures of narrative is we want a clear pattern of like
Creatures of Narrative. The new Chloe Radcliffe special, Creatures of Narrative.
Creatures of narrative. Sit down, children. Let me tell you the tale.
You blow out a candle at the end. Black.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the lights come immediately back on, and I'm gone. But my clothes are all there, and they're hanging in midair.
Wait.
And then they fall. Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
And then the audience realizes the wall to their left
Yes.
can go transparent. There's certain bathrooms in Japan where it's like transparent and turns off and it's see-through and it's you performing the show for another audience.
Ooh.
So you're cheating on them.
That's great. I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then you look at them and go,
Yeah.
cheat. And James Earl
Creatures
Jones.
of Narrative by Chloe Radcliffe.
Creatures of Narrative, which is a body spray, presents Cheat.
Yes.
And they get the feeling, and you're like, I told you.
Yes. And James Earl Jones
He's dead.
Dead.
So don't bring him up in riffs.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
Whoops.
And let's kill that riff.
Like him.
Yeah.
Is that?
Did he get killed?
He wasn't killed.
No, he just died.
I mean, God.
Somebody
don't
did.
do the riff. Don't riff on sweet James Earl.
But also, don't you think, so if God killed James Earl Jones and you want to be God on stage?
By the transitive property, I want to kill James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
I'm bound as a host by the promise of yes and to say that it's true.
Yeah. Thank you.
How did James Earl Jones die before we realized we
And it's just
can't
like,
release this episode?
Sweet old man surrounded by his family telling
Yeah.
him
As
he
long
loves
as
him.
it's not something.
Complications from type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
It's a little sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I think we're okay though.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a ruling.
I'm gonna
Comedy court.
We need a
I'm
comedy
gonna make a
court.
ruling.
Are you the judge?
I can't be
In
the
comedy
judge.
court?
No. The judge has to be someone who doesn't know anything about comedy.
Okay.
Because that's where it does seem to be decided, is on the streets. It's decided in the barber
The judge
shops.
is a German.
A German humorless man.
Yeah.
The Germans they're known for their kind of wicked giggle, but not like a...
They're wicked giggle at suffering, you know?
Yeah. I know this is every German fan. I apologize. They've heard that a million times.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to us by our friends at Magic Mind. You know, I'm constantly drinking and obsessed and talking about Magic Mind. It's like Gatorade is for athletes, Magic Mind is Creatorade for creators. It has 12 functional ingredients, things like matcha for a little bit of caffeine, nootropics for focus, and adaptogens to help fight off stress, so it gets you right in that sweet spot, stimulated but also calm. Nootropics to help you focus. Don't think wired, think dialed in. On average, people say they get about 30% more done. It even fights off procrastination, brain fog, fatigue, and some ADD type stuff. Take it from me, that is true. And after a few days in a row, it's even easier to slip into that flow state when you drink it, that flow state that we all chase. And here's the best part, there's a money back guarantee. So if it doesn't work for you, you get a free refund. They also have Magic Mind Free, which is caffeine free, which if I'm being honest, I thought that was dumb. And now I'm obsessed. Right around 2, 3 o'clock when I want more brain power, but not the caffeine that disrupts my sleep, I take a Magic Mind Free. They also make Magic Mind Max, which has more caffeine than the usual, which I'm being honest, that's sometimes what I need. And I take one of those. They have something for everybody. They even have Magic Mind for your sleep. Go to magicmind.com/weird and use the promo code weird at checkout. That's magicmind.com/weird for 20% off your first order. Just use promo code weird at checkout. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You guys know I love therapy. Val loves therapy. We talk about it on the show all the time, how it has been a huge game changer in both of our lives. And something I think we don't talk about enough is financial stress. Money stuff. It's not just about numbers, it's about anxiety, it's sleep, it's relationships. And I know for me, I get money stress. I grew up with a lot of weird beliefs around money. Like if things weren't working or if I wasn't being productive or producing in a certain way, it didn't just mean it wasn't working. It meant there was something wrong with me fundamentally and there was something defective. Therapy can help with that, especially with money stuff. Trust me on that. It's about helping you deal with that stress and those stories you're carrying around money. It can help you unpack that stuff, build healthier habits, and just feel less alone about it, which is huge. BetterHelp has over 30,000 licensed therapists and help more than 6 million people worldwide. You just fill out a short questionnaire and they match you with a therapist. And if it's not the right fit, you can switch anytime. And it's entirely online. It is so easy and fast and helps. When life feels overwhelming, therapy can help. Sign up for 10% off at betterhelp.com/weirdo. That's betterhelp.com/weirdo. Keep going. Why do we cheat? Caught.
Oh, this is creatures of narrative. It's okay. What we want a clear, my sister got cancer when I was young and she got more attention than me.
Yes.
And now I'm desperate for attention and that is the reason. We want a clear, this is my pattern. I would, 3 weeks before the end of the relationship, I would go cheat and then I would go, I can't live with this guilt and I would break up with, or
Right,
then we want that. Life is unfortunately not that neat. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of, I'm not one of the people who's like, any logic that we place on events is our retrospective logic. And it was actually all random and we're just reading meaning. I do, like, I believe in meaning and I believe that events are connected and yada, yada, yada. But that said, I do think that the connections are like infinitely more than just the one thread of this bad thing happened to me. And so now I am like this.
We just
and
want
so
the
now
headline.
I do this.
We want the headline.
We want the headline.
Yeah.
And so basically it's like why it's a 75-minute show is because there's a lot of shit that goes into it and there's a lot of ways the pattern presents. But there is this very clear. It is clearly a function of self-esteem, of worthiness, of like seeking worthiness.
I see.
And
very similar to stand-up.
Totally.
I often. It's weird that I'm like, oh, I would never cheat, but I'm like, it is in the same store. It's in like the back of the store.
Yeah. It's through the beaded curtain.
Yeah, exactly. It's in the porn section.
Yeah.
We sell stand-up comedy. Here's magic.
Yeah.
Here's dance.
Yeah.
Like here's the loud guy at a party that just tells that story.
Yeah.
Like we have it all. And through the beads, we have like,
You want to get back here?
do you want like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Val and I have talked, my wife and I have talked about this. It's like, can you imagine the thrill? Because sex is good when it's informed by some sort of.
Cheating is unfortunately the hottest
I was just
thing in
gonna
the
say,
fucking
it
world.
must be the hottest thing.
Unfortunately, it
You're
is.
doing it.
It's so hot.
On the altar of your relation, like you're burning it
the
to
stakes,
the ground.
The stakes are so high. It is and the other thing.
Yes.
All right, you want to talk about why cheating is hot? The other. Here's the problem with why cheating is hot, is that
Why cheating is hot.
why cheating is hot.
You're saying it like one word, like
Why cheating is hot.
a part of Wisconsin.
Why
Why cheating is hot.
Hey,
Wisconsin.
you going down to why cheating's hot? Hey, I hear they got a mechanic
Good
down there.
curds.
He'll weld your exhaust system for like $100 and why cheating's hot.
And then there's something that happens in the back. You'll figure it out.
You give him an extra $100, you're gonna have a nice little time.
Good Wisconsin accent.
I'm from Minnesota. Thank you so
nice.
much.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the Midwest.
Okay.
It's my favorite people in the world are
Yes.
Midwesterners who left.
Oh yeah.
Midwesterners who were willing to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Jake Johansson said, I lived in Iowa until I realized I was free to leave.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Apologies to Germans. Apologies to Midwesterners and
Apology
Iowans.
to Jimmy Fallon. Apologies
Sorry to Jimmy.
to James Earl Jones.
Sorry to James Earl Jones and his family. Sorry to Chris Rock for implying that his celebrated special was actually Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Which I think actually the person who would feel the most pain is Chris Rock with that implication.
Yeah.
I think the person who would be the maddest out of everything that we've said.
They had to take it from me.
Yeah.
And Bo Burnham was like, what could I say?
Yeah.
We did what we needed. He directed it.
Yeah. Tambourine. Tambourine.
No thanks, I'm good.
Hey, you go down to Tambourine.
Tambourine, why cheating is hot. These are great towns in Wisconsin. Okay. You're going to tell me why cheating is hot.
Why cheating is hot
But you were super excited about it.
is that the thing that makes sex good, I should say the thing that reduces the enjoyment of any sexual activity. I'm not just talking about penetrative sex. This can be just little touch. It can be kissing. It can be whatever. The thing that reduces the enjoyment is not paying attention to the little stuff, rushing, and being in your head.
Yep.
And cheating eliminates all three of those in one fell swoop.
Yes.
Because what it does is what you are focusing on. The reason that
Every micro movement.
you're focusing on every micro movement,
Yes.
so you're paying so much attention. You are going so slow because you're like, I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Yes. So you
I'm
might as well enjoy it.
holding back.
Yeah.
I guess for
It's not
me,
that.
it was not like you might as well enjoy it because I was always telling myself the story that like, this time I'm not gonna cheat. I know we're close. I know we're really close, but I'm gonna back out at the last second. I'm gonna walk.
Wait, that's part of it too. That's
gonna
like the
walk.
edging of the cheat, like in White Lotus season 2. Yeah, 2, where he gets kissed by the prostitute, but then he doesn't.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's kind of like Cake and Eat
Yes.
It Too town.
I have a line in
Cake and Eat It Too.
Cake and Eat It to a
It's
time.
right by why cheating is hot. Cake and Eat It Too is right by it. You can get it one smooch.
They're all-
Where is the cutoff? One smooch.
Oh, so I mean, this is now we really are in the show. Also, on the edging thing, I have a line where I say,
No, you stole it from me.
I hate to.
I'm going to need video proof.
Yeah. I'll actually from here on out, I'm going to credit you in this show. That if you like edging, you would like cheating. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm just the messenger here. But
Yeah.
they're the same function.
And if you like edging, you might want to look at cheating. That can't be good for your prostate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Take a gander.
Take a gander. Take a look at the people in the shadows.
Get it out.
Give them little smoochies.
Yeah.
It's got to be incredibly hot.
Yeah.
But it's like Victorian. It's like I'm from, but in the powder room.
Yes.
I dropped my.
Yes.
He poked.
Yes.
Was he? It's all questions. Is he?
And
I like that we're both just getting horny. But it's true. It's like, is that move what I think it is?
yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
and it might not be.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
It's like you can hear the ice in a glass, like kind of, that sound. That,
Truly. And it gets you out of your head because I think a lot of people would be like, what are you talking about? I would be so in my head because I would just be thinking about how this is wrong the whole time. But that is actually what gets you out of your head sexually. Focusing on like, there is a line that I am not supposed to cross.
Yeah.
Is what takes away
Yep.
did I touch him in the wrong place? Like,
Right.
are my hands sweaty? You're not thinking about your hands are sweaty because you're thinking about something so much bigger and with more gravity.
You are thinking about the relationship ending.
I'm not thinking about the relationship ending, but I am thinking about the line that I'm not supposed to cross.
Right.
I it's like you drop the watertight compartment about for me, I never had the image of my partner's face.
Right.
Actually, truly, now in the relationship that I'm in,
Coming around the corner. Candle. Transparent wall.
Fuck, you can see me from both angles. Yeah, actually like
You're
now,
not picturing their face.
how I know that I'm in a very healthy relationship now is that I have been in situations where I have been in sort of like the precursor to my cheating situations.
Yes. What is that precursor? Because I was like,
Hanging out late with a person who I have a lot of chemistry with.
as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
Hanging out like and intoxicants.
Hanging out really late. I'm saying like
Yes. Yeah.
Not like at the end of at bar
not
close and
11.
everybody goes home.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like hanging like later than the group and then it's just us and
Second
we're like,
location.
should we go get another drink? Yeah.
Second location.
Second location, just
or
us.
cab. People are
walking around.
cabs
Hey,
are-
I'll walk you to the train station. Should we walk to the far train station? Actually, should we pass? Should we just go on a long walk? Yeah. Hanging out.
That's romance too.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Again, we're
incredible.
both anti-cheat, but like the titillation of, do you want to just keep walking?
Yeah.
And then you are feeling incredibly chosen and alive. There's
Oh
probably
my
some like
God.
fear of death stuff, like you know what I mean? Like not living your life is probably in play. I don't know. Maybe not with you, but I imagine
A lot of people. Yeah. For me, it was very like, I mean, also, and if somebody's only listening to this, I have a huge birthmark on my face. I have a birthmark that is roughly the size and shape of a kiwi. Looks really, picture a hamster and then put it on my face. And that, I would say, is like, you're now picturing the correct thing. And
I have a sleeping hamster. Sleeping hamster.
Sleeping hamster, special
Sleeping
title.
hamster standing comic or something. Like that's your
and the poster is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it's me in the air. There's a hamster, but is it a hamster or is it just my birthmark at the bottom?
Sleeping hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're audio only,
Yeah.
re-listen.
Yeah.
Start it over and just imagine.
Picture.
it. You need to.
And so I had sort of like your run-of-the-mill weight issues that, 60% of American women grow up with. I had my like your run-of-the-mill
Body dysmorphia or actually
pudgy, like had
I don't mean to say like
I was
actually
never-
valid
Yeah,
pudgy.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
mean like it's different. It
I
could
was
be,
never fat, but I was never thin. I was never. I've been like a little chunky, pudgy. You know, the kind of like well, hey guys, like dweeby fucking theater kid.
Jared Logan had a great joke about how, and I felt this way too. We're not in the action movie. We're the fat guy that's about to eat the sandwich, and then like the car chase goes by, and he drops the sandwich.
Yeah.
Like that's. Especially in the 80s, that's how heavier people were depicted.
Totally.
And I was like, oh, that's me.
That's
I'm the
me.
guy, or I'm the crony. Like there's the cool kid, and I'm like, yeah, what he said. And they're
Yeah.
like, shut up.
Yeah.
They're mean to me
and
too.
you're the one who we actually see like have a soft side inside.
Oh,
at the
of
end, like he gets
course.
hurt and he's like,
Because everyone knows he was just allying himself with the mean person
Yes.
to save himself
yes,
from all the
yes.
boob shadow
because he
jokes.
wasn't brave enough to stand up for himself.
But in the
and
end,
be who he is.
he realizes,
That the good guys are actually the good guys.
when will we all realize?
When will we all realize?
Go ahead.
What the fuck was I?
Talking about
Anyway, had my story. Oh, worthiness, self-worth. Basically, it's like I think most people, and I think this is more intense for women than
Well,
it
you
is for
brought up
men.
the birthmark. What does that have to do?
This is-
This goes back to being pudgy and having a birthmark?
Yes, and most people, women experience it at a different frequency than men, have a connection between desirability and self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
And right, if somebody wants to fuck me, that means I am valuable.
Yeah.
And I have a like special version of nobody wants to fuck me because part of that is having a huge thing on my face, and just like being so outside the norm of what beauty standards are. Like not like I think I'm pretty. I like what I look like. Yada yada yada.
I understand.
But it like took a very 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 long time.
Yes.
But I discovered that it turns out men will fuck a person with a birthmark on their face.
Yeah.
Believe that. And when I discovered that, I was like, oh my God, I can tap that as a way of proving to myself that I am.
Well, and make up for all that pain.
Yes,
right?
make up for all that pain.
Yeah.
And this actually, wow, this really comes back to what my problem is, why my taste is bad
What's your
in
problem?
men.
Yes, go ahead.
It's because I was like, well, I need to go for men who will fuck me, who will find me desirable, even at a heavier weight, even with a thing on my face, even as a weirdo, even, I never fit in. And so I think I like just developed over decades a taste in men who are not the 10s in the room, like the 10s in the room can't get anybody. They don't need me.
Oh,
But-
that's a heartbreaking thing to say. They don't need me.
They don't need me.
I know how that feels, though.
Yeah.
You're like, they don't need the bargain bin. They have the, but that is something
They have
you
their pick of the
say.
litter.
Yeah,
On
I
the
know.
run.
But that's what you say. It's raining, and you're like, you don't need me.
Yeah.
You can have the pick of the litter. And he's like, I love you.
And I'm like, I don't believe you. You're a 10.
No, sure, I directed James A. Caster's special, but only one of them, and the guy's got 9. But
Yes,
this is the sound of your pain. Your pain is
Yes.
you don't need me. You could have anybody.
yes, you don't know. Yeah.
But these guys that do are up for
That don't
it.
feel like they could have anybody.
Yeah.
And then I'm here being like, but you could have me. And they're like, I could have you.
Right.
And really what we are saying to each other is, we're both saying you could have me.
Right.
And we're both sort of awed by it.
Right.
And I just learned how to like really turn that into a little
That
side
makes
business.
sense. There was a wound, and then you filled the hole with
Yeah.
the approval that you weren't getting.
Yeah. And
What?
sometimes fingers.
And sometimes fingers.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what I filled the hole with.
Getting fingered on a dock. That's one of your jokes.
Yeah, that is. I forgot. I was like, oh,
Getting fingered
I feel
on
like
a
I've
dock.
said that since.
You have
said one of my jokes.
said that. That's one of yours. No, I understand. It's like, but when does cheating come in? Because you could just be a floozemeister.
Yes,
But then.
but I want the stability of a relationship. I want the safety.
But you're
blanket.
addicted to the. Or
I would
you
say-
were addicted?
Yeah, I would say I think that there's a lot of. I frequently like think of it as an addiction. I think that people who are actually like physiologically addicted to a substance would maybe be like, shut the fuck up.
I know what you mean. Like, I think I'm addicted to alcohol, but I have it in my house and I don't care.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would be like, that means you're not addicted to
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
I would say I'm addicted to Oreos in a way that you can't have them in the house.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
fucking
Yep.
nuts. So I have birthmarks on my face.
Yeah.
I know it's a different kind of style.
Sure.
But I remember really.
Different. What's the latest trend in birthmarks? This year's look.
What's in, what's out. But I remember, I'm just saying this to relate. I
Yeah,
remember like, and now I never think about
Yeah.
them. But like my friend, we were drawing each other and he drew me and he included them.
All of them, yeah.
I'm sure you have, I'm not trying to get that story from you, but I'm just like, that feeling of like, is that how you see me?
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like wanting to have it. I had one on my forehead too, actually, that I did have removed. Anyway, who cares? I'm just saying, like, I kind of understand how it felt.
I think most people have a thing. Everybody has something. Everybody has something very emotional. Everybody has some bruise inside of them that has made them do fucked up things.
Yeah.
I think almost everybody does have something physical that frequently they'll come up to me and they'll be like, like people will, you are not doing this.
Yeah.
But somebody with like similar birthmarks to you will come up to me and be like, me too, I totally get it.
Right.
And part of me is like, no, you fucking don't.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
But that's kind of the same dynamic as being like, if somebody's depressed and then being like, well, there are starving children in Africa, and it's like, yeah, but that's not the world that I live in.
Right.
In the world that I live in, the problems that I'm dealing with are severe, and it's like you don't live in my body, you live in your body. In your body, those got you made fun of, or those made you self conscious, or those made you feel insecure, or whatever. Right. So it's like, fine. I can turn off the like, oh yeah, was that tough? Was that hard? And I can shut that off.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, it was. I'm sure it was hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, only because I'm acknowledging the different category. And even that was just kind of like, I hated standing out in any way. And I was also pudgy. So I was like, and what I used to have this joke. I was like, when you're the fattest kid in your school, you're the fat kid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you were like,
doesn't matter what the weight is.
80s fat. Well, I don't know. I don't want to talk about categories of over or whatever heaviness. But I remember just not wanting to stand out. I have to imagine for a woman, it's even worse.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get on my little soapbox about how society views women, but yeah.
I love that it's a soapbox, so you can do them dishes. Okay, come on.
Yeah, of course you got some soapbox because you've been using the soap all day.
Yeah.
Or you better have.
She's got a box. Tell me about finding comedy. I have to think that if you're loving the rando, slinging the rando,
Yeah.
that were you cheating before you found comedy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then when you found comedy, were you like, this is another way to cheat? Not cheat sexually, but like find that affirmation.
Totally. And to like fast forward a decade into comedy, basically like my career really turned a corner 3-4 years ago, and my impulse to cheat has plummeted, has gone like
right.
Through the floor.
Val and I talk about that all the time. It's like I've never cheated. I'm not pushed that way. I don't know how to say it without any judgment.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm glad that you love killing babies in the forest for their power, but I don't do that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just letting you know that's not a thing. But one of the reasons when Val and I just talk about cheating as an idea, I'm like, the reason I never think about it is because I think one, that's not really my leaning, but also my life is interesting enough.
Yeah.
Like I'm not bored. Like I leave. I'll tell you this. I think this is interesting.
Okay.
I've been blind 10 out of 10 horny. Then I do a show and then I'm not horny at all.
Interesting.
At all. Because I don't like releasing before shows because it's like the Rocky thing.
Sure.
I want to be alive. I want to be vibrant.
Sure.
And I'm like, just do it after.
Yeah.
Right? Or
And
have
then
sex after. And then I have zero desire.
Yeah.
I used to have a joke where I was like, it got cut from my new special, but my new special is available now. But it was about how I don't have sex after shows. It's like, and I go, this is the performance.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like meet somebody and, although there's was some of that, but like it was never my favorite thing to do. I was like,
no orgasm is going to be better than people clapping for
very
me.
Tricky.
Have you ever had 100 people clap? Have you ever had 1,000 people clap?
Yeah.
You think a cum is going to get over that?
As good as that is, sex cum made it worse.
Sure.
Sex cum is great. It is 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe for a lady, maybe, I don't know. Maybe for a guy. You can have longer ones, but like...
You can get up to 6, 7 maybe.
6-7 seconds. Yeah. Maybe. I don't think I've ever had a 7 second. That's a long time. 1, 2. Like no fucking way. No fucking way. And with comedy, if it's in the acceptance being celebrate, whatever it might be, although that's not exactly what an orgasm is, but like you're getting these hits, but your brain is lighting up in a similar way.
I think having a good stand-up set is probably much closer to the female orgasm than the male orgasm.
Oh, interesting.
Because you can get up and you can sort of have waves, and then you can like kind of come back down, and then you can build it up again. Yeah,
that makes so much sense. I actually think you just really filled in something for me because it's like it's not. Well, like male orgasms seem to be like, here's a piece of cake, and you just eat it. But like I know what it's like to eke out something and have the last. Like there are jokes that if I don't do that joke before this joke won't work. And that sounds like sex talk. It's like if we don't do this, I won't be able to. Good metaphor.
You got to ease in. You got to pay attention to the little things.
Well,
you can't be in your head.
Totally. Yeah. And you have to listen.
Yeah.
You have to listen and look for cues. And I've made this point in my one-man show, Cheat, JK. But I'm always like...
And his does condone cheating.
Mine is pro-cheat. I'm into it.
Yeah.
But it's like you're listening, like some crowds want you to be more aggressive. Some of them want you to be more self-deprecating, whatever it means. It's like, how much space are they going to take up? How much space am I going to take up? And that is relationship, you could say, or you could say it's very sexual. It's like this exchange of energies.
Yeah. You have to be paying attention. You have to sort of ask them what they want.
Totally.
Each audience is different.
Well, that's why I
Each
know
time
you have.
might be different. Yeah.
I know you've seen comedy where you're like, I don't know why, but this feels violating. And I'm not just talking about like filthy comedy.
Yeah.
I'll take a filthy joke any day. I can't, what I will not abide is a comedian who's not acknowledging the crowd, even in their timing.
Yeah.
And they're just doing this thing and everyone's invisible.
Yeah.
I'm like, we didn't get into this, the
They're
crowd
rehearsed,
or
they're
the
on rails.
audience.
That feels like when you get into a new relationship and you have sex with a new person for the first time and they're doing something really specific and you're like,
That was the last one.
I understand what she wanted.
That's right. Good to see what your ex was into.
Yeah.
And then you tear off the piece of paper and there's a fresh page.
Yeah.
Let's talk about me.
Yeah. One of those giant Sharpie.
Yeah. You just write anal.
Yeah.
And then I write, but to me. That's how I'm writing it now.
Yeah, that's good.
Was that okay?
It
Was that
was.
riff good? What
I
happened?
really got distracted by being like, God damn, the idea of being if I went into a relationship being like anal, only anal.
Only anal.
Nightmare.
Yes. I don't have a hot riff on that because I want to respect the anal only because there are some anal. Although a lot of gay men, some no anal.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
Anal's
it's
not
less,
for everybody.
It's less about totally. I asked my my friend who is gay, who I am staying with on this trip.
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't identify.
gay?
I'm about to say a thing.
You going to El Gay?
I'm gonna
Instead of
El gay. Yeah. Oh, hey, you gotta. Oh, I understand the joke you were doing.
Wait, is that a Minnesota one again?
No, I was gonna do a riff about a Wisconsin tourist who was going on a vacation to a neighborhood in LA called El Gay, and I was picturing it as EL Gay, like Los Feliz, El Gay.
Los Feliz, El Gay.
And then I understood what you were doing.
El Gay.
Anyway,
It's awful. I like what you did.
Thank you.
L.A. El Gay is awful.
Thank you.
I did just think about a very traditional man who's very heterosexual and homophobic turning on heated rivalry and just slowly and privately having like the best time. I don't mean turned on. I mean like understanding. Because there's so much, I'm not trying to be crass. There's just a lot of oral in that show.
Sure.
Maybe I haven't gotten to the butt stuff.
I have not watched it at all.
Yeah,
I think I'm the last person who hasn't seen that show.
It's all right.
Great. Yeah, that's sort of why I haven't watched it, because every sense that I got would be that I would be like, I bet it's hot.
Yeah. My wife was bonkers bananas for it. And a lot of Taylor Tomlinson was bonkers bananas for it. And I watched it. It has nothing to do with, well, let's not even talk about it. Who cares my take on it? It didn't grab me in the way that I was really expecting to be grabbed. That's all.
Yeah, it grabbed you in your dick.
Grabbed me in my dick and I
not in
wanted
your heart.
I wanted boobs in my face.
Sure.
I thought it was two ladies arguing about which bra fit worse and they're trying on these little bras. That was the rivalry between the boobs.
Yes. And it's heated because they're warm.
Yeah, boobs are warm.
Boobs are warm.
People forget that.
Yeah.
You grab a cold boob, that's a cadaver.
Yeah, that's really scary. Oh boy.
Get
Jesus.
out of there.
Imagining a tit being cold.
Oh, colder than a witch's tit. I've never liked that phrase.
Yeah, no, nor have I.
Didn't like saying it.
I don't like how. Yeah. I don't like it. I think I don't like the word tit.
I hate the word tit. I hate that we're saying it.
I'll say like, yeah, my tits, you know.
You
but I have to say
it as a bit.
It has to be in a
Tits
bit.
are for bits.
Tits are for bits. Yeah.
Boobs are you boobs?
But yeah, I mean,
Boobs
boobs is
okay,
not.
soft. It's soft.
It's just the best we have.
It's all we have.
We don't. Boobs is not good, but it's better than anything else.
Look.
Chest.
My chest area. You know what I hate? Have you ever heard chesticles?
Yeah, awful. Really nightmare.
I want to meet
Really a nightmare.
who came up with chesticles.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a big claim here. That person is asexual. That person doesn't like anything.
That's probably true.
They look at a human body in a way that no person that could be turned on by a body could. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with myself.
Or it was chesticles.
Gives me a chill every time.
It could have been a a bro who has lied about having a lot of sex.
It's 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
A bag of sand.
Yeah.
And she took out her testicles. Like, first of all,
It's really bad.
let's agree that testicles are the worst thing on offer.
Yeah.
In the fair.
Yeah.
We're walking through the fair of body
Browsing.
parts. Balls. The
Yeah.
poor guy that's selling balls.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the it's like the camera pans and everything's brightly colored and there's stuffed animals.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And then you get to him and he's chewing tobacco.
Of course.
And the booth is falling apart.
Of course.
He's got wrinkles on his bare scalp.
And there's regulars that just put a brown paper bag full of money and he just gives them
Yeah,
the balls. But it's only the regulars.
The money is in the brown paper bag. The balls are exposed.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because that's balls' biggest problem. They're so on display.
Yeah.
Like, get those things up in there.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to be cool. Shut up. Fucking die.
Yeah.
Have some sperm die for my integrity. And they change.
They move. They roll.
They move. You have no idea.
I do. I've looked at them.
Have you
I've sat-
have you
I have
had a
sat
partner
there-
that was like let you look at their
Yeah,
balls?
yeah.
Because
Multiple, many.
they won't stop moving.
It's insane.
You know this?
Yes. How do you know this?
How do you know this?
can't
We
see
have
them.
a code.
They sit there
I'm not,
and they
we're
just,
gonna have to edit this out. You're not even allowed to tell you that it's like the
it feels like
shifting
something from
sand.
Alien.
It is.
It really, yeah.
It's
the
like the
scariest thing.
surface of a planet that you shall not trust.
Yes.
Balls.
Yes.
It's like, have you ever stuck your tongue out in the mirror and realized you can't hold your tongue still either? Don't even do it. Let's not do it. I don't want to freak you out. You stick your tongue out, you can't hold it still. It's always
You
moving.
stick your tongue on the balls.
No,
you ever put your tongue on the balls? Because there's so much motion there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can
It's
generate
like
electricity from all
putting
that
a
motion.
water balloon on a water bed.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
There's too many ripples. Yeah.
Also, no guy. Nobody really likes having their balls licked or anything.
Really?
There's no nerve endings. That's the whole point.
What about mouth around ball?
No.
Interesting.
See, you young people, and you're very young. You're all pornified.
I wonder if. Well,
that wouldn't exist.
I'm just saying. I've put
That
my mouth
wouldn't
around a lot of
exist.
balls. I hope my parents never listen to this.
If they did, they turned it off a long time ago. I don't think it's me. I think it's the idea of it might be erotic.
What I am wondering is, you put your mouth around the ball, and then if actually what the feeling is the connection between the testicle and the rest of the body. Like if the feeling is not mouth on ball skin.
Yes.
Because I think I've had a positive response very consistently over
I think
happy customers.
What's
many happy
erotic
customers.
there is like I can't believe she's licking the most disgusting part of me.
Interesting.
I think it's like that.
Interesting.
I could be wrong
Taint?
though.
Sensitive. Interesting.
Not me. This could just be me.
No.
Could just be me.
No.
I remember me and Tommy Johnigan were like, boy, I wish my asshole was something other than just pressure. It's just there's no nerve endings. There's no play. I understand if you go deep enough.
If
there's
you
the
go in,
prostate.
yeah.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about having a drink on the porch.
Yeah.
I'd love it. I'd love it if something was there. And I feel the same way about balls. But you've had some 5-star ball reviews.
I thought I've had, yeah.
You have.
I look at my, pull up me on Google Maps.
We could.
If you type in Chloe Radcliffe on Google Maps, you got a lot of
fills
5-star
in
ball reviews.
sucker.
Yeah.
No, that sounded like motherfucker or something. I just meant like
Ball sucker is such a funny insult.
ball sucker.
You
Get the fuck out of here,
ball sucker. Do you mean cocksucker?
No, you go right to the
Specifically.
balls because the dick is flaccid. When you call someone a ball sucker, they can't even suck the dick because it's
Yeah.
flaccid.
Yeah.
So you just go to the balls hoping something will eclipse.
Yeah. And I guess that means, are you also sort of insulting the man who's not hard?
Well, he doesn't like you because you're a
Yeah.
piece of shit ball sucker.
Yeah, you're a fucking
And you're
ball
just
sucker.
trying, and he's going to stop you. Get out of there.
There are
Get out
no
of there.
nerve endings.
There's no nerve in it. Well, I've always likened it to elbow skin. Like, does that feel
Interesting.
good?
Yeah, I've sucked.
You've
I
sucked
suck
elbow skin?
all.
You
Oh
do
my
not.
God.
You do not.
I have so
You
many
do
positive
not.
reviews.
It's just like that is the close. That's how you as a lady can understand what it's like to have a scrotum.
That is helpful. That is very helpful.
Elbow skin. It's something meant to move. If it's moving, it's not grooving.
Life lesson
boy.
for today.
Say what?
Life lesson for today.
Life lesson for
if
today.
If it's moving, it's not grooving.
If it's moving, it's not grooving.
And if it's grooving, it's staying still.
like, can you like your tongue, well, let's move on. It's been a filthy podcast. Somebody put this on while they were cleaning up the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Like over the speaker.
Yeah.
They were like, I picked the wrong episode. Sometimes he talks about God and stuff. Balls?
You filthy fucking ball sucker.
That's the episode.
But that better get the last person out of that coffee shop.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
This is the episode to put on when you're trying to passively aggressive.
Get everyone to
get somebody to
leave. That happens.
If you have people over for a dinner party
Put this episode on.
and they're not leaving,
But that's podcasts, before we film them, I'm going to applaud us. We went really filthy, not even filthy, but, we went into like a kind of a taboo.
a transgressive
area.
Yes.
And when this podcast was audio only, that would happen a lot more.
Interesting.
Yeah. Once you start filming it, it's like now there's video of us being like, you bullshit.
I heard, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was saying recently, nobody's going to get canceled from audio. Like,
wow.
Nobody's ever going to, you can say whatever absolutely horrendous shit.
I think there was a feeling, because it's like, you don't know what was in that room. Maybe there was a guy with a gun to your head saying, read what I wrote on that card.
Yeah, exactly.
Audio. Here's a couple examples where that's not true. Billy Bush in the Trump.
Okay.
That grab a pussy.
Yep.
Sorry, I hated saying that too. That was like the tits of this episode. But they both had a hard time with that. But now that it's artificial intelligence, it's going to be really hard. Imagine.
I more mean from audio podcasts. I don't mean like a hot mic. Plenty of people have gotten shit from hot mic.
Shaney Gill.
But I think that was video.
Oh, it was?
I think
Shane Gillis?
maybe it was just audio.
You think it was?
I think they were already filming.
Okay, once you're on SNL, audio gets upgraded to
cancelable.
To evidence that the judge will hear.
I guess here's what I will say. I think Shane, even if they weren't filming at that point, I think Shane is the only example of getting canceled from audio. I think people are just sort of like, we're not going to sort through those fucking hours. We're not going to listen to your fucking podcast to cancel you. We're not going to do that. But that's
what was fun about the early days was like, it really felt like the only people that are going to hear this are people who want to hear this. And that's why it was a little bit more Wild West.
Yeah.
And now, because somebody was like, oh, all the talk shows are going away. And I'm like, they're just podcasts now. Of course. But
they're much more diffused. There's way more of them.
Yes. And people are more well-behaved. Yeah,
well-behaved on podcasts.
On podcasts.
Yeah.
It used to be like, let's go on the show and like talk about squirting or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, that's where you go.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you don't want to be a GIF.
Yeah. Now I'm apologizing for telling in retrospect, pretty innocent story about...
Very, very mild. Mild.
Pretty mild story about Jimmy.
Very mild.
For those of you that listen to the Friday editions of this podcast, We Made It Weird, I'm always talking about saffron. I jokingly call myself Zach Saffron because now I'm no longer Pete Holmes, I'm Zach Saffron. Because saffron, which I'm holding right here from Kino Body, is making a huge difference in my life. I can't believe there is a natural way to, for me, calm down. Calm down anxiety, dread, hypertension, like that sort of feeling like I'm in a movie theater and someone's chewing their popcorn too loud and I'm just going to snap. That's gone. It's incredible. I'm still funny. I'm still creative. I'm still me. I'm still productive, more productive because I don't overthink everything. Saffron is incredible. I've been doing research after the fact because I started taking it. I was having a stressful day with my daughter. We were just hitting a wall. I took one saffron. The first time I took it, 15, 20 minutes later, first dose, I felt amazing. I felt calm. I felt focused, clear. Google it. But don't just listen to me. Google saffron benefits, but Kino Body is batting 1,000 when it comes to supplements, and they have dialed it in, the perfect saffron supplement. You take one with your morning meal, you take one with your evening meal, and it's an absolute game changer, and you can get 20% off and be your own version of Zach Saffron. I can't recommend it more. It has been such a game changer. Go to Kino Body, KINO body.com, and use promo code WEIRD at checkout for 20% off. Check out Saffron. Check out their other things, but definitely get their Saffron. Get it before I buy all of it for real. I'm using my own promo code all the time. I love it.
Did you like writing? Or do you still do writing? You wrote for Jimmy.
You still do writing?
You still do writing? I'm like an awkward uncle at Thanksgiving. You still do writing?
You're still doing your little skits?
You write down the thing and they give you $5? Free coffee?
I love writing. after Fallon, I like really accidentally, like without intending to, without knowing what I was doing, without realizing what was happening, sold a movie, sold a screenplay.
Oh, wow.
And a big studio said, great, we're going to buy this idea and we're going to pay you to write the first draft. And I did not know how to write a movie. I had been a math major in college at a tiny bad college in Minnesota that you haven't heard of. And it's like, didn't come from
Don't try me. I tore it all over there.
Gustavus Adolphus College.
Oh, I did Gustavus Badolphus.
Yeah.
Your
They're easy.
rival.
That's a rival. They're the Swedish Lutheran school, and we're the Swedish Lutheran school. They're the Norwegian Lutheran
Why
school.
does it sound like a type of stomach bacteria?
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, something's wrong.
acidophilus.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Anyway, basically,
Yes.
like, I have no background in entertainment. I was not like a movie guy growing up. I like know so little. I was a speech and debate nerd. I did not know how to write a movie. I learned how to write a movie.
This was early on. I mean,
you mean this movie thing?
you had already written for Jimmy.
I'd already
But
written
you'd
for
never
Jimmy.
done like a narrative thing.
Correct.
Okay. And what did you do? You pitched the movie.
I literally
They go write it.
Yep.
Did you buy How to Write a
Saved
Movie
the
in
Cat
30 Days?
and How
Save
to
the
Write a
Cat?
Movie in 21 Days.
Yeah.
Yes. Literally, like, checked it out from the Minneapolis library.
Oh no! Wait,
over
you,
Christmas.
you were still living in Minneapolis?
No, I was living in New York, but
Over
I
Christmas.
I sold it and then went home for Christmas and went to the library and checked these books out and like stood in line feeling like, do you remember the scene in Legally Blonde where she's in her bunny costume and she's standing with the new Mac computer?
No.
Okay, great. Anyway, this is for the ladies.
Yeah. Valerie certainly does.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how I felt. I felt like that scene.
Yeah.
That is not worth explaining. Anyway,
What did you do? This is fascinating.
I spent 9 weeks slogging through a very bad and unfinished draft.
Did you outline it?
No. So that was a big
You just started.
issue. Yeah.
Fade in.
Or I should say I like outlined in that I was like, and then I think this happens, and then I think this happens. And then by about halfway through that like blocky outline, like
Yeah.
now I will do a 20-page outline for a 120-page script. At that point, I think what I had for an outline could have filled maybe 3/4 of a page. And I got about halfway through the movie. And then I was like, and I'll figure the rest out when I get there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm
Crazy.
terrified.
And I spent 9 weeks, didn't have a fully finished script. The producer texted me and was like, how's it going, BTW? And I was like, I'll send you what I have. 9 weeks out of what was supposed to be a 10-week period. And we had a 2-hour Zoom call where he ripped the script apart. Rightfully so. It was very bad, very non-functional. And I remember texting my best friend after and saying, I feel like crying, but I can't cry because I don't have time to cry. I just have to start writing.
Because you only had a week to fix it?
So I thought that I only had a week to fix it. We wound up spent 3 more weeks, and I fully rewrote it in those 3 weeks. So at the time I was dating somebody who did a lot of drugs, and we did a lot of mushrooms together. I was like, at that point I had become like fairly experienced at mushrooms, and feel so funny. I don't know if you're a psychedelics guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. That was maybe the first tell that I don't.
Oh no, you don't have to listen to the podcast. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
There's too many podcasts.
There's too many
If it
podcasts.
was 2007, no, when did we start? If it was 2011, I would be like, of course you listen to the
Yeah.
podcast. There's only 4 of us.
Yeah.
But no, don't worry about it. Yes. Let's
Great.
not change the subject.
Great.
Just know I know what you're talking about.
Great. And I had one time I'd been like, the version of funny that I am on mushrooms is my favorite version of funny, and I should apply that to punching up a script. I had tried it once during those 9 weeks, and it was great, and it helped me break a couple big things, but I felt like it was like a thing that I could only do when I had enough time, when I felt like finished with a draft. Then so got ripped apart, spent a week
Did mushroom.
trying to rewrite it. Felt awful. Dropped all my stand-up spots. Got sick even though I wasn't leaving the house and I was sleeping enough, but I just like my body was breaking down. Felt so my hair was falling out, everything so bad. And
This is the movie. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Keep going.
And then I went to my boyfriend's place, and it was a very, very, very toxic, very unhealthy relationship. And I didn't want to be going over to his place, but I felt like, but it was the kind of like, If I don't go over, it's going to be a bigger fight.
Oh.
Yada, yada, yada thing. Bad. Took mushrooms while I was there as a like, sure, whatever. I'll just have a little buzz. Took a lot, not clocking. I hadn't thought like I didn't clock that I had eaten. I didn't clock that I wasn't paying. I was so distracted. When you're in a toxic situation, you're like not paying attention to your own body. Yeah. So I took a lot of mushrooms. And
this sounds like a great time to be taking mushrooms.
Yeah. And
your
then,
hair's falling out, you're stressed, you're in a bad relationship. Let's bring the devil into this.
Yeah. Let's see if we can look into the deepest corners of our soul.
Yes.
And I started coming up and I started tripping and I was like, you know what? I'm going to read. I just sent a draft of the script to the producer that like right before I went over to my boyfriend's house. I was like, I'm going to read that draft that I just sent. And I just read it on my phone, the PDF on my phone. And I was like, oh, I can watch the movie as if it's somebody else who did it. And no shit, I'm getting the note of like, it's hard to imagine what we're seeing on screen. I haven't put enough on the page. No shit, we're getting the note of like, it feels like it's sort of rushing because I'm missing so much. All of a sudden, I could see the scenes. I could read the writing as someone else is. I could watch the movie. I could look around in the scene and see what did she just put down a paper airplane? She should pick that paper airplane back up and like throw it, right? Like, and that should get us somewhere else. Like, I could do all of that. And then I realized that the trip I was on was the biggest, the closest to a bad trip that I've ever had. And I had to put my phone down, but I was like, I'm going to come back to this. And then, and to his credit, my boyfriend got me through that trip. And like,
wait, when did it turn while you were reading it?
I started being like, ooh, this is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just looking at your phone sounds like a really bad idea.
I always thought that. And then it turns out you just can't get used to it. You can just tell yourself like, it's okay.
It's okay to look at your phone?
Yeah.
When you're on mushrooms?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would put it on Do Not Disturb and like, you can just be like, this is fine. And just decide.
It's funny because whenever I dream that I'm looking at my phone, it always like falls apart. Like it's like
interesting.
my mind has a hard time.
I never look at my phone in my dreams.
Yeah, that's how I often notice I'm dreaming. I'm like, this is in Korean.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One time I was on mushrooms, same boyfriend, and we were out at a restaurant. It was his birthday, and we were like, we're gonna doodle around, and we took some mushrooms. And we sat at a bar in a restaurant and it wound up within 20 minutes. We were like, this is not the right place for us. We have to leave. But I looked at the receipt. We closed out and I turned to him and I was like, am I on drugs or is this receipt in Russian? And he looked at it and he was like, it's in English. You're just on drugs.
Oh my gosh.
I truly was like, this is crazy. This is
the thought of
why they print this
reading anything on
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's like the T turns into Jesus on
Yeah.
the cross.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like it seems like it would be a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But you just can decide that it's fine.
I think that's really cool. It
Yeah.
speaks to a powerful mind.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Anyway, I spent the next 2 weeks tripping 5 out of 7 days a week and writing. And
Really?
I completely rewrote the movie,
While you were tripping?
mostly.
Wait, I thought if you did mushrooms on Tuesday, they wouldn't work on Wednesday.
You just have to take more.
So you just kept taking more and more and more?
Yeah.
5 days?
Yeah.
And writing?
Yeah.
We have a different relationship to psychedelics.
Yeah.
I like that that's your noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the perfect noise. AI will never choose that noise. Like it's the most human, appropriate. Like it's weird that like both Katie and I are like, that's correct.
Yeah.
Like that's the right for that story. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So coming into the trip and then writing, like tripping.
I mean, like once you're in the rhythm, once I was doing it multiple days in a row, then I would just be like, great, I get up in the morning, I, check my email to make sure nothing's on fire. And then I close my email. Like I never look at my email for the rest of the day. And I just sit down with my notebook or with Final Draft open. Like once you get used to it, I can just open Final Draft on mushrooms and be like, think, 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 think.
Wow.
And I was so fucking
And that
exhausted.
movie was Sinners. I'm waiting
And
to
that
find
movie
out.
was Megalopolis.
It does sound like how they came up with multiplicity or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's never been made. They had me do a second draft. They liked that first draft enough that they brought me back for a second draft, and
Well,
and it's sitting on a shelf somewhere. And I have sort of this like long term dream of like maybe someday I'll become successful enough that I'll be able to call them and be like, yo.
yeah.
there's a second rewrite in my contract. Trigger that.
Yeah.
And if I am successful enough that I have that kind of power, what they're paying me for the second rewrite will be absolutely fucking nothing compared to what my actual quote would be. Yeah.
Was it for you to be in or just to write?
They were like, write a role for yourself. Not me to star in. It's like an office action. It's like a office comedy action. Yep. You get it.
This is how you pitched it?
Yeah.
Yep. And they're like, all right. Well, don't just go off and do mushrooms, but you can write it.
They're like, you do psychedelics? Is that what I'm getting here?
Yeah. So it didn't go anywhere, but you had that experience and you liked doing it.
Yes. And I had sketched out a small role for myself, and then a bunch of things changed, and that role became the main love interest. And so there's like the long-term dream of like, and maybe I would get to play that
of course
role that I wrote for myself.
I'm a big believer. I don't know. It's sort of unfounded, but I'm like, people tell me about shows they wrote, movies they wrote, they didn't go anywhere, or even jokes. And then I'm like, just bring it back.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like Chris Fleming has his amazing special right now. It also just so happens to be the perfect, exact right time. Chris was funny 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And then like, this is the time.
Yeah.
So maybe it does come back.
Yeah. Maybe that comes back. Yeah. I mean, I've been envisioning my solo show, Cheat, as a TV show for years.
Yeah.
And like, if that happens, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But I still have to be like, I think it still could.
Yeah, of course.
And I am excited for, it's like there, and the times when you're looking down the barrel of like, it's been X amount of years that's a very scary barrel to look down, to feel like.
Since you.
Oh, just like I've been wanting this for so long and it hasn't happened. And like, if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now.
The TV show
or anything. And I was funny 10 years ago and I'm not big, whatever, right? Like insert whatever the thing is. And I have worked very, very hard to get my brain into like, that kind of thinking is a waste of time.
Yeah.
And it has to just be like, I want this and I believe in it and I believe in myself.
Yeah, for sure. I remember Bill Burr didn't break until he was 40, in his 40s. And I'm not saying that's what's going to happen for you. I'm just saying like, it's always nice to remember. It's not really about, I'm not giving you advice. I'm just saying what I told myself. It doesn't really work like that.
Yeah.
People are waiting to see something in the moment where they were waiting for that something.
Yes.
And that's what it is to like have something click.
Yes.
That's all. So when you do, this is towards the end here, just so you don't feel like you're going to explode or have to pee. You doing okay?
I'm good. I'm great.
We do talk about the meaning of life, but it's very, I'm the substitute teacher that's like, poetry's like rap.
Yeah.
Just
and
corny.
Rap is like commercials.
I'm the master rapper, and I'm here to say.
Thank you.
Every rap in the 80s started with, and I'm here to say. Even the cool ones.
Yeah.
I wonder, you don't have to take it from psychedelics, but often psychedelics lead to epiphanies or revelations about the meaning of life, or they can.
Yes.
So either that's a nice way in, or you can just abandon it and talk about it unrelatedly.
So I'm about to bring something up that I feel like we could then talk about for another hour and a half.
Yes.
My parents are hippies, and like capital H hippies. Like they met at a transcendental meditation teacher training course.
Oh, well.
And
your dad was David Lynch.
And we would go to like David Lynch fundraisers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they knew my person who taught me. It doesn't matter.
My mom watched Andy Kaufman do stand up at a meditation retreat before he was famous, and he was just like the wacky guy who was like, "Can I do a?
Oh my god!
Can I do like a skit for you guys?"
That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Okay, so they're super hippies.
Super hippies. And I was raised to believe in reincarnation. Like we have talked about reincarnation forever.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a family psychic.
You had the family psychic?
All that shit.
Was on the speed dial?
Christopher.
Call Christopher. Was that psychic any good?
I loved him. I haven't talked to him in years, but.
What was he, what is the word? Omniscient? No, or permission? Did he have
a precog? Minority Report?
Precog? Great movie. Great movie. Tom Cruise, Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold. Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
Look, I don't know who he is, but I can remember a name.
Yes, and you should because you're dating him now.
Yeah.
This is
I
where
am
you
fucking
realize
Tom
you're now
Arnold.
dating Tom Arnold.
Anyway, all that said is the worldview that I was raised in and that I still ascribe to is that a soul is on the earth to learn lessons. That the whole purpose of life, basically it's that like the universe is a cycle and it starts with the presence of the divine, whatever that is, God, but it not like a guy on a cloud. Whatever the God thing is all one. And then it splits into infinite fragments. Those are souls. And then those souls reincarnate over and over and over. And when you learn all your lessons, you rejoin with the divine. That's what and then once all the souls have rejoined with the divine, then the cycle starts right over, you split, and it goes forever.
Yes.
That's what I was raised under. In that context, the meaning of life is basically like you are just here to keep learning whatever the next lesson is.
And contribute that to the collective, kind of?
Yeah, I guess so. But the idea is that like your learning is like
Is God's
inherently contributes.
Yeah. That's cool.
And that it's just growing. It's all like the whole fucking purpose is just to grow and get better and learn.
Right. I dig that. Like, so the oneness split and like compromised itself, like risked pain, risked loss, risked loneliness, but wanted so badly to grow or experience. My daughter's name is Leela. It means the play of life. Your parents would know that.
Yeah.
Here didn't know that.
I didn't.
Points deducted.
I know.
Christopher would have known that. No, that's a big word in hippie culture, but it's a Sanskrit word. It's from Hinduism and Buddhism.
Yeah.
But it's that. It's the play. We're just doing this play for its own purpose, for its own pleasure.
Yes.
You're with that.
I think it is that more than like the oneness wanted something or
It was more, it's just-
risked. It's just there. It is
It's just its
happening.
nature. We
It is just
really
its
agree with
nature.
that.
Yes.
Because I'm going to quote Rupert Spira right now, my favorite. He would say, if the divine, which is perfect oneness, had a purpose for manifesting, that purpose would have displaced its infinitude.
Yes.
It can't have a purpose.
Yes.
By being complete wholeness,
Yes.
it can't go, I'm going to go learn.
Yes.
It's just like a fountain. It's
Yes.
just its nature
Yes.
to keep expressing
Yes.
itself
Yes.
in ever-changing
Yes.
expressions
Yes.
of creativity. I like how you're saying yes, so I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I dig it. And
Anyway,
now-
so and like that shows up to me. It's like you keep experiencing sort of the same thing over and over and over until you learn whatever that lesson is, and you can break that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a million things that I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I keep experiencing a version of this same thing over and over and over.
And we see that even if you're not a spiritual person, obviously we see like, a classic would be, I keep dating my mother.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
it's because I haven't yet learned to fill my own cup
Yep.
and not look for like Alain de Botton, who comes up a lot. Alan de Button comes up a lot on this podcast. And
Now you have to apologize to the French.
I know and the Germans,
Yeah.
all of World War II will be
Alan
covered.
de Button.
Alan de Button. I don't know how to say it. Do you
Alain?
know who I'm talking about?
Alain?
School of Life. Alain
Button?
de Botton.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking
No.
about? He says like a lot of times people are just going into relationship to be hurt in a way that's familiar to them.
Yeah.
So you need to
Because
like
that is
break
safe and that is
cycle.
known. It is what is known is comfortable, even
Right.
if the like superficial is uncomfortable. It is
Yeah.
actually deeply comfortable.
We can at least, we have a game plan for this type of toxicity. But then like I look at Valerie, who is not, I'm proud to say, like
In a toxic
doesn't-
relationship?
Yeah, she's not, but she doesn't hurt me full stop.
Yeah.
But she doesn't hurt me in a way that I used to kind of want
Yes.
unconsciously to be hurt. So we do see this.
Yeah.
Like there are lessons
Constantly.
that are going around
Constantly.
and there is ancestral, like even the science folks are getting into like the way that trauma can impact genes and people have certain things, certain behaviors, certainly. I think it's very interesting. So even if you're not spiritual, like this idea is in our lives, like this idea of evolving, growing, learning.
Yeah. And repeating until you can grow.
Yeah. And why do you attract that? Like sometimes just the way someone looks, you're
know.
drawn to them and you know.
And this is what
you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh.
know.
This is why, to me, I think that the belief in the presence of a divine, a God in some way, the oneness, the whatever. The belief in the presence of a divine is the exact inverse of the belief in pure coincidence. And that like that's the
You can't have pure coincidence and the divine.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a spectrum and you can sort of sit somewhere in the fuzzy middle, but like yeah, that really if you believe everything is a coincidence, then that means that there is no orchestration. And if you believe that everything is orchestrated, then there is no coincidence.
Interesting. Okay, go on.
And I don't necessarily mean orchestrated like moving pieces on the
Yeah,
chessboard,
yeah.
but like that we are all tapped into the same grid.
Yes,
and
yes.
that like
Yes.
every pluck of that grid
Yes.
plucks something else.
We're moving away from God help me find a parking spot into just like this is all an expression of something that by definition has a meaning.
Connection, yes.
Connection and meaning.
And that is, to me, it's the moments where you're like, when you just look at somebody and you're like, well, that's the person I'm going to talk to.
I know.
And you just can feel it.
I know.
And then they fit into whatever shelf you need them to, or always put them in, or need them not to, whatever.
Yeah. But it's exactly the lesson that you were kind of looking for.
Yeah, that to me, that is so representative of why I am like, there is a divine though. There is not like, it's not pure coincidence. It's not, I do see meaning. I do see connection.
Have you had experiences that you can't explain? It's kind of hard to put people on the spot with that question.
I mean, I have had stuff that feels so orchestrated. I don't know about like can't explain.
Yeah.
But that is so the unhealthy relationship that I was in.
Double mushrooms?
Double mushrooms. Double mush.
Dub mush.
This is such a rom-com version of this, but like we had met 3 years before. He built do you know the venue? Do you remember the venue Subculture in New York? Mm-mm. Great venue. Now gone, now dead. He built that venue, and I had done a show in there, and I was the last one in the venue, and I was listening to this audio nerd talk about the venue, and he was weird, and he kind of didn't shut the fuck up and like didn't really let me get a word in, and I was sort of like, that's so sort of funny. Like this is not really a person who I would necessarily want to hang out with, but like it's very interesting to listen to him talk. And then I rode my bike home, and I didn't think anything of it. And then 3 years later, there was like a series of things that night that got me to this party that like wouldn't have, it's like this and this and this and this. And then I sat down at the one open seat that was across from him, and he was like, "Oh, I've seen you. I know you. I've seen you before." And I was like, "Oh, have you seen me do stand up?" And he was like, yes, he said, "I've seen you do stand up. What show was it at?" And I was like, I've done so many. And he was like, "No, I really know you." And then I literally just looked at him and was like, "Did we meet 3 years ago? And are you that guy?" And he was like, "I'm that." There we go. That's what it is. Whoa. And then there was another thing that happened that night. I can't remember what. There were a couple other things that night that we met that just felt so like,
I agree. This isn't as interesting as that, but I always say like, what are the chances that, because Valerie, my perfect person would also look like exactly what I'm attracted to. Like, why is that? I mean, like Val and I are exactly aligned, and she just so happens in a very superficial way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bizarre.
I have an ending to that.
Go ahead.
Actually, this is crazy. I've never talked about this. It happened relatively recently, but I haven't really talked about it much. So that relationship was very, very, very unhealthy. A lot, my friends, the people who love me would call it abusive. It's both hard to call something abusive, and also like they didn't see any of the good, and there was good. And that is a complicated element in toxic relationships that people don't talk about, and yada, yada, yada. We dated for about 2 years. We're still talking for another 6 months. I started dating my now partner and then wound up cutting off all communication with my ex. Going on 3 years ago. Probably 3 years ago. And he was actively suicidal while we were dating. He attempted suicide while we were dating. We would like, it was very, 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 very dark. He would like call me having a panic attack in the middle of the night, and I would take an Uber. He was sleeping on the floor of a windowless basement. I would like take an Uber over and sleep on the floor with him to get through the night, kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, okay. We haven't talked in 2-3 years, whatever it is, and I have truly been like, I wonder if he's okay. I literally wonder if he's alive. I wonder so many things, and I've spent 2 years being like, I wonder if I'm going to run into him. I'm definitely going to run into him in New York. He doesn't work in comedy, but like, whatever. And wondering when that was going to happen. Last December 30th of this past year, a friend of mine was in Waiting for Godot on Broadway. My friend is not Keanu Reeves. My friend
Is Ted.
Bill. Yeah, my friend is not Bill, neither Bill nor Ted. My friend is one of the people who you don't know who he is.
Okay.
And he was like, you should come see Waiting for Godot, and I'll put you on the list for the cast bar afterward. Cool. And he goes, oh, Bradley Cooper was, and I was just in a Bradley Cooper movie recently. He was like, Bradley was here a couple nights ago. We talked about how great you are. I was like, oh, fuck, I can't believe I wasn't fucking there that night. I went to the cast bar afterward, and I walked in.
Rock the cast bar?
Rock the cast bar. We don't like
Sorry,
it.
we both need to be thinking it. So you went to Rock the cast bar.
And it's the third floor in a building in Times Square. I walk in, I look out the window.
No.
And there's a building. And I was like, God, I feel like I've been in that apartment before. It's this very distinctive looking. It's just a building on 42nd Street or whatever the street. But like just this distinctive window. And I was like, God, that really looks like an apartment that I've been in before. And I was like, oh yeah, it's oh, can we bleep his name? It's that guy. It's my ex's friend's apartment. And it's this huge, I can show you the video. It's this huge picture window, giant picture window, lit up, bright lights front on the inside. And my ex is sitting in the window and it just happens to be a third floor facing the third floor cast bar window.
Cast bar. Keep going.
And I can see him sitting there playing cards with another guy. He's sitting at the window, basically at the window, full profile.
This is nuts.
And I stood and stared for 60, 90 seconds. And then a woman came up and noticed me looking. And I like stepped into the shadows in the cast bar. And was like, of course, rocked. And one of the weirdest things of it, and then I watched her like say to, and the guy my ex was playing friends with was the guy whose apartment it is. I was like, that's that guy. I know him, you know. And I watched her like point me out, and they both looked, but I didn't know her, so she was just like someone staring, and they both were like, whatever, went back to their game. The two most insane things are, one, earlier that night. So I have spent 2 years wondering, when am I going to run into my ex in New York? Am I going to see him on the subway? Am I going to see him at a venue? Am I going to whatever? I've never thought that I saw him. I've looked at people and been like, oh, that looks like, but I've never been like, oh, fuck, is that my ex? Earlier that night, I was in Best Buy buying a Christmas present for a belated Christmas present. If anybody's following along with the dates, it's December 30th at this point for my boyfriend. And I'm going down the escalator in Best Buy in Union Square, and a guy steps in front of me. So I see his face. I see this man's face. It is not my ex. And he stands in front of me on the escalator down, and I was so gripped by like, is this him? That I had to, and I was like, no, you saw his face. It's not him. Yeah. He looked a lot like him.
Yeah.
But I literally had to do an inventory down this man's body of being like, is that the shape of his head? No. Is that the shape of his shoulders? No.
So it wasn't a passing thing. You really were thinking about it.
I was gripped by it. Yeah. And the thing that broke it for me was I looked at his hands and I was like, that's not his hands. And I was like, God, that's weird. I've never had that experience before. And then 3 hours later, I saw. Across. And it really felt like my, me on the grid was like, it's going to happen tonight.
Right. Just so you know.
And I just was like either it was like, hey, heads up, it's going to happen. Or that I was like, Where is he? I'm about to see him. I'm about to see him. Is
Yeah.
it this guy? Is it this? It's not this guy. Where am I about to see him?
Yeah, you were ahead of yourself.
I was ahead of myself. And then another insane thing is I then saw the next day a reel from the guy whose apartment it was saying, from a couple days before, being like, it's happening. I'm finally getting kicked out of that legendary apartment. So I'm having one last party before I have to leave on the 31st. Everybody come over. And it was like from a couple days earlier. And I didn't follow this guy. So I was just like looking him up later. And was like, wow, I saw him. The last chance I would ever have to see him
Then he's gone.
in this apartment. I happened to be standing in the Rock the Cast bar across the street.
And they leave tomorrow.
And they leave tomorrow.
And you had a premonition.
And I had a premonition.
Premonitions.
Anyway.
Evanescence.
Yeah, a great band.
Yeah. Really?
Evanescence.
Buddy, I mean, I know. Can't wake up.
Wake me up.
I've always wanted. That was a great story. The song "Torn," where she goes,
Natalie Imbruglia.
I'm all out of faith. Wake me up. This is how I feel. Wake me up. Cold
An
and
incredible
hot. You
mashup.
could mash up. I don't care. You can have this idea for free. The internet. That song.
An incredible mashup.
And Natalie Imbruglia.
Natalie Imbruglia, Torn.
My favorite kind of salad. Imbruglia. It's terrible. You've been a delight. Thank you so much. Go.
Mike Imbruglia is one of my favorite comedians.
I really appreciate it. I haven't had arugula since before Y2K.
Anyway.
Thanks
for having me.
Of course. Does that feel, this is about exactly when I need to go?
Yeah, let's get
And
you out
feel
of here.
okay? Let's get you out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
We'll
having
plug anything you want up top. You were a delight. I really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
And
This was
meeting you.
awesome.
Thank you for doing it. Would you say, because I know you don't listen to the show, what if I was mad the whole time? The guest says keep it crispy. It's written down over there if you can't remember
Thank
your
you
lines.
so much.
But
Straight to camera?
It doesn't mean anything.
Keep it crispy.
I like that you didn't do it straight to camera, to be honest.
Great.
Made it more natural.
Great.
Thank you so much, Clay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
You made it weird. You made it weird.